if you're looking for a high-class golf bag but don't have the money to be able to pay for a vessel bag or a similarly high-priced bag, then I've got a great alternative for you that in some ways is better than those types of bags. I'm Ryan Ballengee with Golf News Net. Thanks for checking out the channel once again. Would appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe buttons. But either way, we're going to be here today to talk about RevCore golf bags. They are put together by a company called CaddyDaddy Golf. Friends out in Arizona. I've been working with them for years, and they're good friends of ours. And we've been reviewing their products either on this channel or on our website, thegolfnewsnet.com. So they came out with RevCore last year, and the gang sent me one of the versions of the bag that was the cart bag. Actually, I'm looking at it right here in my office. However, today we're going to review the stand bag, which came out in 2024. Now, they're both high-end, high-quality bags made of similar material, so a synthetic leather, very similar to what you would see in a vessel bag or a stitch bag, although this finish looks a little bit more like traditional leather as opposed to a vessel or a stitch that maybe has a different style to it. Vessel kind of looks a little bit more like marine synthetic leather, which there's nothing wrong with that. It has its own aesthetic and it looks good. And then stitch, they have their what they call touring fabric, which isn't leather either, but it kind of has its own look and feel to it, which is distinct from vessel and distinct from RevCore. And I'll even throw Sun Mountain in there, which makes a lovely bag with that kind of synthetic leather look to it. It's very popular these days. So if you're looking for a bag that kind of has that aesthetic, it kind of looks like a little bit of an older school bag, kind of some of the bags I grew up using when I first started playing golf. And those were a little bit of hand-me-down bags. They were leather bags. I mean, they looked incredible. They're really cool. I like that look of these RevCore bags. So I got a stand bag and I have a cart bag. For the stand bag, you get two choices in terms of colors and also two choices in terms of top end layout. So at the top end layout, you get a choice between a 6-way divider or a 14-way divider. So it's a pretty big top. It's probably about 9-ish inches from end to end, which makes it a bigger top to it, right? And I went with the 6-way divider. That's just what I prefer. It's what I much prefer that than to the pulling the individual clubs out. Then you kind of have to have it always go back in its place, and that doesn't always kind of jive with how I play. So I like the 6-way divider, but you have the choice, right? Then you have two choices in the way of color, and this is true also for the cart bag. You get a choice of black or this navy blue color. I really like the navy blue. I haven't seen many bags that have a navy blue. I've had black bags plenty over the years. One of the Ping Hoofer bags that I still have from like 20 years ago is a black bag, so I figured let's try something a little bit different. So the bag comes in at 6.6 pounds, which you're going to note is significantly heavier than a number of these kind of higher quality stand bags in the market in terms of their appearance. And you've got to know that up front. You are not getting something that's like a Sun Mountain bag that's 4.5 pounds or a super low weight carry bag, right? This is kind of a hybrid between a stand bag and a cart bag, and those are out there in the marketplace, and they are a little bit heavier. And the reason this is a little bit heavier is because of the material, right? And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. You just need to know that going up front, that if you're going to try to purchase one of these bags, and they're right now available for about $250 at the RevCore site in the stand bag, and I think it's $280 or $290 for the cart bag right now at their site, which is a reasonable price point, but no, going into it, you are not getting a lightweight stand bag that looks really nice. You're getting a heavier weight stand bag that can function just as well really as a travel bag, and that's what I really like about it. The storage is tremendous in this. You get extra weight because there's extra storage capacity, and in particular the thing I want to point out that really adds the weight, right, is having a full length side pocket on this bag. I don't have that on the vessel bag that I've used and I've used for a number of years. I have effectively two kind of shorter pockets. You have the one on the left side, or as you're looking at it, that usually I put my water bottle in. I usually carry a taller water bottle, so I put it in there. But both the vessel bag and this bag have the capacity to store that taller kind of Yeti style bottle pretty easily. The RevCore also has a pocket that you can put that as a drink holder in it. I just kind of prefer to store it, just my preference. But having that full length side pocket on the RevCore bag is really nice, especially if you want to travel with it. Maybe stuff a couple of extra pieces of clothing in there, maybe some golf balls if you need to store them for a longer trip. That's a great thing to have. And for some people, that is not especially important. Maybe you don't travel to play golf, or you just play one single course pretty often. Well, having all that extra storage may not be especially helpful to you, so something to consider there. Along with that full-length side pocket, in it, on the outside of it, they also have very nice, deep valuables pocket. Velour lined, so it'll keep your stuff safe. You put your full-length phone in it, you put your wallet in it, keys in it, and take care of your materials very easily. So it's like a little bit of a locker for you in that golf bag. In terms of other storage for the bag, there's a nice deep front pocket, so you can put plenty of golf balls in that front pocket. Also has a magnetic closure pocket, which is becoming increasingly prevalent in golf bags. I think it's a great convenient feature. A lot of people use that to store their rangefinder. If they have one, they'll put it right in there. I actually do it a little bit differently. I put some of the smaller kind of trinkets and carryables that I have for my golf round and put it in that pocket in particular, so like ball markers, divot repair tools, tees, but hey, your mileage may vary. You can use it however you would like, of course. There's a big towel ring on the side, which if I'm being super nitpicky, I wish were smaller, but it is out there to be able to hold like bag tags, or if you want to clip on your laser rangefinder case to that, makes it pretty easy to do. I would have made it smaller, but that is again super nitpicky to talk about. Then you have that side pocket, the smaller pocket on the left, nice and deep, good size, comparable to pretty much every golf bag you've ever had. Not that it stands out right or wrong, it's there, does its job, and that's good. The handle to transport your bag out of your golf car or out of your car itself, whatever you need to get it from one place to the other. That's a nice, well padded thing. It's got a handle at the top, so you can kind of handle it together if you need to do that in tandem, or if you just want to pull one over the other. Nice and sturdy to be able to use. The bag also comes with two different styles of straps. So it has a double strap and it has a single strap. And single straps have kind of made a comeback a little bit, so they ship it with both. Also comes with a neoprene cart sleeve. So if you want to protect your bag from the thing that you use to kind of lock in your bag into a cart, I could take or leave that. I've never really used it, but if you care about such things, it is nice that it's there. Then, the one thing I will say about the double strap and single strap is it's extremely comfortable. And it's weird to say, it's almost too comfortable. It's very well padded and it's wide, which if you have bigger shoulders like I do, that's great, because what can often happen with a bag with smaller width straps is it kind of gets stuck as you're moving, and that can get a little uncomfortable at times in the round, almost kind of forces you to kind of grab them, kind of put your thumbs between your body and the strap itself. That I don't particularly care for in a bag, so having something that's big and comfortable is nice, especially with the additional weight on the bag. So if you're going to carry it and you're going to carry an extra pound and a half for 4 hours, it's nice to have that extra padding. And of course you can tighten it up as you'd like, or you can go to the single strap, and again, you have plenty of padding for that. But like I said, it is almost too nice. Velour on the underside makes it very comfortable, and maybe that's just kind of how I grew up with much more minimalistic stuff, but it's almost too nice. But it is very comfortable. And then the sturdiness of the stand itself is very good. You'll notice it wobbles just a little bit from side to side, but that's kind of standard issue for a lot of bags. But it does the job. It holds up pretty well. It's not too heavy for a stand bag by any stretch of the imagination. It's a good bag. All told, I like the bag a lot, especially as kind of a hybrid play between a travel bag / cart bag and a stand bag. If you need to walk with it, you can walk with it. If you want to push it, you can push it in a trolley or have an electric trolley, or you can ride with it in a golf cart. It's going to store a lot of stuff for you if you need to use it for a travel purpose, or if you want to keep the golf balls you're traveling with, your rain jacket in it. There's all kinds of different things that are useful in terms of having that extra storage, depending on how you use it and how you play golf. However, if you're looking for one of these types of bags that has a nicer, classier look to it than kind of a nylon style, but you want something lighter, this is probably not for you. If you want something more in the 5.5, 5 pound range, you're going to struggle to find that 5 pound range, period. But in that 5.5 pound range, you're probably looking for something more like a Stitch or a Vessel. And those have their limitations as well. They're high quality bags. Stitch has much more limited storage. Vessel has more storage, and you can kind of take your pick on what you want to use your golf bag for in the first place. But they are lighter as an option than the RevCore bag is. It is really nice to have the flexibility to pick between a 14-way divider if you like those. You really don't get that option in any of these other kind of leather-like bags. Having that 6-way divider is my preference, but that opens up more possibilities for the bags that I would pick from. But if you're really into the 14-way divider, it's nice to have this option with RevCore as well. Overall, I recommend the bags. Like I said before, I've loved CaddyDaddy's products from the beginning, and I will continue to recommend them to anybody who will listen, especially people who are on a budget, like most normal people, who want to have nice golf equipment and golf accessories, but they don't want to attach that enormous price tag to it. So check them out, RevCore and CaddyDaddy Golf, for all of your golf travel and golf bag needs as well. And I think you'll really be surprised, if you haven't engaged with them in the past, how great they are to work with. The customer service is excellent as well. Let me know what you're gaming these days, what bag you carry, how long you've had it. Some people love to have an old standby that they've had forever and ever, and some people like to change out pretty frequently. So always interested to hear from you. Leave me a comment. I would appreciate it. You can follow me other places on social media at Ryan Ballengee, and you can also find me on my handle for my company, which is Golf News Net, pretty much everywhere on social media. Back with another review next time. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you then.